I think it's important for students to learn technology in school because there's such a relevance to their everyday lives with technology, and I just think it's something that the job market, if it's something they decide to go into later in life, and in college, the job market out there for computer science students is huge. They have the potential to make a lot of money and be very successful. So I think it's something that every student should have an opportunity to learn.
Later on in life, as technology is progressing, you're going to need it later on for either a resume or even something as simple as building a website like we did.
I feel like since society is growing, I feel like if I'm going in to something, any career that I have will eventually have something technology based that I'm going to have to do some minor coding.
So one of the reasons why I decided to teach coding with my students is because I had heard about the Hour of Code that's offered through code.org, and once I saw that, I wanted to look a little bit more into it and why it's important to code, and I ran across these statistics that, in my mind, after I read them, I knew that this was something I had to do with my students. So some of the statistics were, for example, 90% of parents want their child to study computer science, but only 40% of schools teach computer science.
I usually learn best hands-on, and I feel like it's better than just sitting in a room writing down notes.
Hands-on experiences, if it's hands-on, I'm okay with that.
I mean, you're physically doing something, you're creating with your own creativity, your own mindset, then you can literally make your own thing that you want to do. So
students are really interested in it because it's a brand new experience. I did it with my 8th graders. I do it with my 8th graders, and a majority of them, I'd say probably 95%, have never even seen any coding and they don't know what it is at all. So I think in the beginning, they're all very interested, especially when I go over the statistics with them and what it is and the opportunity that's out there for them. And then typically I'll have a portion of my students who take it and run with it, who are end up teaching me things that they've learned. And then most of the students kind of stick with it and they do a great job with it. And then I have a few that kind of get turned off after a while, but usually by the end of the quarter, when we do our final project and they actually get to build their own web page, they all love it. They're all like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize this is what we were going to be able to do after this. And at that point, I can see even the kids that kind of didn't like it so much while we're doing it in the quarter, they can actually see why it's an important skill and how they can use it in their futures.